start the afternoon session. In the morning, we put focus on technique. We learned a lot about icchi no datatsu. And at the end, with hard practice, I saw you all guys had a strong ki, so we trained also a spirit, right? So now in the afternoon, we talk about mind here. This is static mind activity as I explained, perception and judgment. Before you actually realize your datatsu, you need perception, you have to sense something, and you have to make judgments. Why you need this? Why you need this? To make your datatsu successful. Yeah? Remember, especially when you are beginners, remember your shiai. Was it easy to get ippon? Not at all, right? It's not easy to hit. Why? Why it's not so easy to hit? Because they defend, right? The opponents defend. And defense is easier because we human, as an animal, have survival instinct. Yeah? If I throw the pen, then you have to react like this. And this is a survival instinct. You have it, yeah? So it's easier to defend, it's difficult to hit. So you have to perceive and make judgment to find out an opening which the opponent cannot defend even with the survival instinct. Okay, this is what you want to do here. Okay, and to do so, as an actual process, we do seme and tame. Okay, so we talk about the seme and the practice, the seme and tame in this afternoon. Okay, we often say in English this seme phase a shinai talk, right? Have you ever heard this shinai talk? And shinai talk, it's actually, it's not a direct translation, but I find it's a good expression because seme and tame, it's really like a conversation, yeah? And if it's a conversation, there should be a language, a grammar, and you need some communication skill. So I'll talk about it later. I just want to give some explanation, please, Philippe Sensei. Here I want to offer him a drink. I have to find out what he wants. Okay, so I make some questions.
Yes.
So you have to answer me with yes or no.
Honestly.
Honestly? And honest, yes and no. And I give you some examples. Okay, example 1. Nothing. I don't raise any question, nothing happens. Right? This is, this is often shiai of the kids or the beginners after Sonkyo. Hajime. I don't know what to do. Both sides. Nothing happens. No communication. This is the first example. Second example. Philippe Sensei, this is your beer.
No.
Without asking. I don't know if he wants beer or not. Without asking. This happens also after Sankyo. Yeah! Without asking. Huh? Without seme, just go. This was the second example. The third one. Philippe Sensei, do you want a beer? This is anyway your beer. I asked, but I didn't wait for his answer. This happens also. Sankyo, you do something like seme. Yeah! But without tame. This is without tame. You do seme as form, but without watching how he reacts and just go anyway. Because I want to hit men. Because I wanted to offer him a beer. Huh? This is not good, right? Fourth example. Do you want a beer?
No. Thanks.
Still, this is your beer. How to escape from this? In shiai, Yeah, I do seme. Yeah, and he's saying no. Yeah. She's saying no. But what's the still you are hitting man. Why? He's saying no already. Right? But this happens. And you see often these situations, right? Okay, all these kind of attack. Nothing. Without asking but not hearing the answer, ask and hear the answer but don't understand the answer, all these kind of attack that will not work. Right? The last example. Do you want the beer?
No, thanks.
Do you want the wine?
No, thanks.
Do you want something without alcohol?
Yes, please.
Do you want the coffee?
Yes, please.
With milk?
Yes, please.
Also sugar?
Yes, double.
Okay. This is your coffee without sugar and milk. I am successful now. This is the conversation. And this is what should happen here. Yeah? I express my intention. I'm going to hit. And observe how he will react. Maybe he also reacts or answer that, okay, then go for the one. I meant, then we can go. Or if we go and he is giving me the middle, for example, then I interpret, okay, he's inviting, right? Yeah? So this is the conversation. We have to understand how he's answering. This is the conversation. You need here a communication skill. Yeah? Not only I want to give him a beer, but you have to try to understand what he wants. In the same thing in the fighting situation. You have to understand what the opponent wants. Okay. So this is the concept of the seme and tame. And now, if you remember your jigeko against sensei with high downgrade, like 8th dan sensei, you often feel like he knows everything. Whatever I do, he knows everything what I do, and he's using it. Have you ever had this kind of feeling? Right? This is not an illusion. This is unfortunately the truth. This is the truth because you are answering all the questions of sensei. Yeah? Because you are answering all the questions of sensei, he's doing not much. He's just kame and a strong key, or even a soft, like you, the holding, right? But you are showing everything. I have anxiety, or I cannot stand anymore this pressure. I have to go to man. Now I'm going. This is what you're doing, right? So, therefore, I asked him only to answer with yes and no. If he would say, no, I don't drink alcohol, I want the coffee with milk and sugar, it's easy for me, right? So, you, in this situation, you ask, but you also have to answer his question, okay? So it's interactive, it's both directions. Huh? So we learn now the details here. So as I said, this is a talk, so there should be a language, a grammar, communications. We'll talk about it now. Okay? Good. Then, in language you have words, right? Single words. And the grammar is a rule how to use these words to mean something. Yeah? So I will try to explain the seme-tame context in a similar way. The was is actually an element to construct a sentence, right? So the was is kind of element, and grammar is how to use this element, how to, right? And yeah, but please don't expect, as said, this is like language, you cannot learn language in one day, right? So this is like a basic conversation. Yeah, hello, how are you? I'm fine, and so on. So this is a basic conversation. The element, kamae. You should also remember, not today as I said, these words as well. This is Japanese words, maybe a bit difficult to remember, but try. Yeah, the kamae, how to use kamae. This is keep the kamae, I would say. Keep the kamae and break. Break. Okay. The chushin is the middle. This is get the middle and give him the middle. Now give the opponent the middle. Distance. My is distance. Distance. My smell. Smell. Get closer. Get closer. My tamots. If the opponent comes, then you go to the same extent backwards, or if the opponents go, then you go to the same extent. So keep, tamots, keep, and you disconnect the Shinai connection. Okay. Seichusen is this middle line here of your body, and this plane which is going through middle of the body. Okay, this plane. Okay, and this is Seichusen. Here, catch the opponent with my Seichusen. Catch him with my Seichusen and get away from his body. Get away from his Seichusen. Okay, so if the opponent gets me with Seichusen, then I come away from this middle Seichusen. Yeah, this is the how to use this Seichusen. There are a lot of things like here Kensen. Ken, this is Shinai, Ki, and Waza. I will explain briefly. Kensen is this part of Shinai where to point if it is here in the middle. The basic is that the extension goes to the throat area. Yeah? Or you can, the extension go to the eye. Huh? You can use the Kensen, for example, like this, to show the intention to hit kote. Huh? So, this is the Kensen. Ken, in the context of seme, we have a word, sansappo. This is 3 kills. You kill the Ken, you kill the Ki. Ki is the spirit. You kill the waza, the 3 kills. Okay? The kill Ken means you get away the freedom of his sword. So he cannot use his sword freely. So you kill opponent's Ken. There are a lot of ways to do this, harai or maki. This is Ken. Ki is with strong spirit. Strong spirit, yeah! And they go, ooh. This is you're killing his ki. Yeah? And killing waza is easy way to understand is kaeshi, for example. To let him know that his man is not waza. This is killing his waza. Okay? So these are the context. Okay, this is getting too long.